Lost is on.
Welcome back, everybody, to Bite Size Thursday, a subsidiary of Off Slate Media. We are coming at you today with episode 33 of 33, right?
Yep. Of what?
Lost. Because it's good, we think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I said that last episode, did I?
I think you did.
Oh.
That was a whole week ago.
Yeah, we're just wearing the same clothes. We live down here, by the way. So this episode is called Collision. I think we finally get to see Saeed. I'm going to say go flying through the rain. You know how they typically like choreograph like tackle jumps on TV where they're like flying at the person, but they're clearly on a wire because they're not like arcing at all. They're just like they're just flying straight across the screen. I think that's what we're going to see.
Well, we'll put it this way. He just watched the love of his last 48 days die in his arms, and this random woman with the guns in front of him, and he's military.
But Shannon did take his gun away from him.
That is true. So that's why he's going full tackle mode.
Yes. Anybody remember anything?
Nope.
Anything about this episode?
I had forgotten that Shannon was shot by Ana Lucia until you guys brought it up before the episode a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, that's right. I knew Shannon got it. I didn't realize it was this early in season 2.
How about you, Aaron? You got anything?
No, I do not have anything.
So is the collision the plane colliding with something because it hits something in the air, but we don't know it yet? Or is it Ana Lucia and Saeed's bodies colliding when he tackles her?
Yep,
or is it the two groups colliding?
So, if I remember correctly, because I think there's all of one Ana Lucia, I think there's all of one Ana Lucia flashback episode.
False.
Really?
There's 2.
There's 2?
Yep. Episode 45, 2 for the Road, which I think we know what happens in that episode. Because of what we know.
Yeah, but I remember part of her backstory being she was pregnant and shot by someone.
I forgot about that.
She then goes back and shoots. So I guess I don't know if it's this episode or the next one.
No idea. We got a ways to go before we hit that other one.
I would venture a guess that it's this one, and maybe she didn't get shot by him. Maybe she got in a car accident or something. I just remember that she was pregnant, and she shot the dude that made her lose her baby.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm guessing that's... I have no idea. I'm just gonna...
This show is hard to guess at.
No, it's easy to guess at. It's just hard to guess where it is.
Well, that's fair.
But I'm ready.
All right. So, Aaron, you ready?
Yep.
That's good. Let's get lost. Welcome back, everybody. We just watched the 33rd episode of Lost. That's what we're watching, huh? Yeah, it's called Collision. This is an Ana Lucia centric episode. Very interesting story of the tail section meeting up with the front section.
Mm-hmm. The collision.
Yes.
Yep.
What did we all think of it? This episode makes me kind of understand, but also not like Ana Lucia.
Yeah.
Like, I get why she's a biddy, but...
It explains her behavior.
Morally, I don't...
Oh, yeah.
I have a problem with that, but...
That felt a little rushed, even. That part of the flashback. Because it feels like they cover a lot.
How do they not rush something like that in a 40-minute episode?
Because we've had others that it's like one thing is covered in their backstory, and then others like Michael's and Walt's where you cover multiple years. But this one, it was like most of it is her readjusting
Yeah,
and
but
we're learning about it, and then it's like in the second to last one, it's we got the guy, and then the very next one, it's what 40 seconds. It's like a minute.
oh,
Yeah.
isn't it only like a couple minutes between the two too?
Yeah, it's like we just learned. Oh, they got the guy. And she's like, it's not the guy, and it's like,
Mhm.
what's she gonna do? And then it's a really quick flashback too, and it felt like it needed to be more prominent in the flashback.
Hmm.
But also, there's so much happening on the island, we don't have time.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
one of those things where it's starting to feel like the flashbacks take up too much time from the island, but then because you have to scale it back, then you don't have enough time in the flashback.
I think that it's because it's specifically because it's the tail person section. Like, it had to be rushed because you kind of had a ticking clock going on the island, but then also like you want to explain this story, and you can't see Ana Lucia kill a person without knowing why, and to know why you have to build up to the "I was pregnant" reveal.
Yeah.
Reveal.
But what I would say is that what probably would have been more effective if it was just I was pregnant, bang, done.
Yeah, this is, and I thought this when I first watched the show. At a certain point, it's kind of held. The show is a little bit held captive to its structure, where because every episode has to have a flashback up through this point. Not that they don't have stuff to do with it, but because there's more characters and more to do on the island, it's just hard to balance both. Because there are plenty of episodes that, yeah, you need the flashback. This one you do. But because they're kind of slaves to the formula they've set up, it's hard to balance. Or you have episodes where the flashbacks don't really do anything.
Mhm.
Or the island, they're not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think season 5 does flashbacks again. After 4 doesn't.
No,
Doesn't it? Isn't
I
it?
think 5 is flash sideways.
That's 6.
Then I think it's flash forward.
That's 4. Yeah,
Then
5.
I really don't know.
Because I remember finishing 4, and you're at that height of how it works, and then 5, it's like, oh, we're just back to flashbacks again. I remember getting tired of it by then, because season 1, every time you flash back, you're learning about these characters. By season 5, you know most of them, and there are new characters. But I remember sitting there going, I kind of want to focus on what's happening in the main story and not what the flashback is about.
Yeah, I can see that. I remember 5, and again, we shouldn't be talking about 5 only being a quarter of the way into 2, but I remember with 5 being very confused because I wanted, spoiler alert, 5, half of them are in normal time and half of them are in the 70s,
Yeah.
and I wanted them to connect in some kind of meaningful way, but the flashbacks, like you say, distract from that, and it never really quite gets there.
Doesn't gel as well.
Mhm.
And the other thing we're doing now in season 2 that we didn't do a ton of in 1 comparatively is 1, everyone is in one basic area, all spread out, and then you're flashing back now, and they've met up. But now, for a while, it was we have 2 completely separate stories and the flash. So we have 3 things we're cutting between that are completely separate, and it's a little much. And now they're together. So it'll be together probably the rest of the season that I remember. But then once you get to future seasons, when you get more new characters, it's gonna spread out even more. Especially you get to 5, you have 3 things to go back and forth between to pay attention to. And that's why everyone, when 6 was out, was complaining that the show was confusing. And I get it for an average viewer flipping between 3 things at once, and week to week when you can't just watch them back to back. Yeah, that's hard. It's a lot to ask of an audience like that at that time.
I will say that I'll liken it to Kingdom Hearts. I don't think people say that Kingdom Hearts is convoluted. I don't think Kingdom Hearts is convoluted. I just think that it's a lot to remember and a lot to track with.
Say the line.
What?
About Kingdom Hearts that we always say.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts is stupid, and I love it.
There it is. It's okay. It's not convoluted. It's just a lot. Is it stupid though? For like, do you actually believe it is stupid?
You talking about Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little,
Okay.
it's a little stupid. It's
Do
a
you-
little, it's a little like Star Wars and a little like Smallville. It's stupid. I love it.
Now you say it isn't convoluted. Not to go down this, but would you say part of it is convoluted? It's like, oh, they're just adding layers because they can, because the story's already all over the place. Do you think they at some
No.
point did do that?
No,
Because it started very simply, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It has to feel like they're just layering on because they can.
What made it? Okay.
I didn't mean to get into it, but it's just I'm just wondering.
This is Jake's soapbox. Everybody, are you ready? This is Jake's soapbox.
What's to this point in the video if you'd like to skip. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, you can put the time code there. The thing with Kingdom Hearts is that when they were originally released, they were not all on one system.
Or
They were not all
linear.
No, they were that. Yeah, that too. But if you line them up, it's not that complicated. It's just, you play Kingdom Hearts 1, and then there is, you play Kingdom Hearts 1 in 04, and then in 06, Kingdom Hearts 2 comes out. But there was a Game Boy Advance game, which is a completely separate platform than the two mainline entries that takes place in between the two, that one informs another. Well, after Kingdom Hearts 2 comes out, 358 over 2 days comes out, and that's on a Nintendo platform again. So, and Chain of Memories, the card game, and
Rechain of Memories.
no, that's actually on the PS2. We had to wait like 10 years for that to get re-released and remastered. But it connects to 358 over 2 days. You started this.
I know. It's my fault. I'm just laughing.
The two Nintendo titles connect, but very loosely, and there's like 10 years, not 10 years, but like 6 years between them. And then there's another game on, there's a mainline game on the PS2 that takes place in between those. And then after that, you get all the data ones where it's Sora, not Sora. And then not Sora. And then not Sora, not Sora.
And it's not convoluted at all?
No, it's not. When you put them on the same platform and you line them up, it makes sense.
Lost.
And then you get to what Kingdom Hearts 4 will be, Unreality.
I'd like to undo the last 5 minutes.
Well, you started it.
I know. I said not to get into it, meaning not to get in. I should have known
You said
better.
not to get into it, but you can't expect me to not talk about Kingdom Hearts when you ask about Kingdom Hearts. You asked for a comparison. I gave you a comparison.
Yeah. But back to Lost. It is
Also not convoluted.
Okay. I thought you were going to go right back to Kingdom Hearts for a second.
No.
I was just going to say,
You said back to Lost.
yes. And I just bookending my thing of, this is the part of the show I remember then and still feel now is where the formula is starting to wear a little bit on me. It won't stay that way because there are good episodes in this season and next season and the season, but then there are episodes where it's like, I'm so much more interested in what's going on in the present than what the flashbacks are.
I wonder if anyone has ever done like a supercut where it's like,
Linear.
yeah,
It'd be all over the place.
yeah, or like just linear as to what's going on so basically cut out all the flashbacks.
Yeah,
Because-
or you have the flashbacks in not in order specifically, but you watch all of them. Actually, that would be in order because some are simultaneous. We just don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
if you have all the flashbacks and then all it's like, I wonder, it'd be incredibly less interesting because the point of the flashbacks on paper is supposed to be interjecting them with what's happening on the island, and
Yeah,
there's a
but-
lot of juxtaposition.
But they don't really do that all the time.
No, they don't, because the formula calls for that, and that's half of their episodes
Mm-hmm.
running time. So if you don't have it, they don't have anything else to fill out.
Is this the first show that really told story via flashback like this?
I doubt it. There's Maybe in this specific formula, but I feel like there's probably some show that ran for like 8 episodes in like 1979 that no one watched except for like 2 people, and one of them's J.J. Abrams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of those things where the first one that does it isn't the big thing. It's what it influenced the big thing.
Now watch it be something like it was this super popular show in the 60s. Like, no, guys, it's not a remake of that super popular show, I swear. And then it totally is.
Like what?
Into Darkness.
Oh, I was thinking TV.
Oh, yeah, I was making a comparison to something else that
J.J. Abrams made.
Yeah. When he made Into Darkness, he swore up and down, it's not a remake of Wrath of Khan. It's not, I swear, guys. And then it was. But in my opinion, it's just as good as the Wrath of Khan, if not better. So
I haven't seen either.
Yeah. All right, time to switch over. Aaron, what did you think?
I'm lost.
And you've even seen it before. Wow.
I'm lost from this whole conversation.
Oh,
Within the conversation.
I should. Oh, convoception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to get off on too much of a tangent, but did you know that Martin Guitars a couple of years ago made a guitar that has a new form of bracing that they called there's a model number in front of it, but then they called it the Inception. It's got this bridge-like bracing, but missed opportunity for them. They did not do the inlays as like one of the what do they call the tokens in the movie Inception? Totems. Yeah, they should have put the spinning tops on it. They did not. Anyway, another fun little aside. At the end there, when everybody makes it back to the beach, right? And Jin comes running out of the,
crowd.
Sees Sun and comes running out of the crowd, yeah. And she looks right at him and doesn't see him. Fun fact I learned a couple of weeks ago. Did you know that you can actually see something but like your brain is so powerful that it will tell you that you did not see it? Because if you look for something and you're not expecting to see it, your brain won't recognize that it's there.
Yep.
Which is why men look in the refrigerator for the ketchup and they can't find it. But then their wife or whatever goes over to the refrigerator and finds it in 2 seconds.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so.
I need to take that home tonight.
The ketchup?
Information.
You can take that home. Don't tell her where you got it from, because.
But yeah, and then Bernard and Rose reunited, and all of us were sniffing.
That always makes me. That always makes me choke up.
So,
he's wondering about the ketchup fact now. He wants more information, or he wants more information about Kingdom Hearts.
No, I was gonna say the anticipation of the Bernard Rose reunion started to get to me a little bit, and then I got distracted by all of the people on the island that I realized I didn't recognize.
Yep.
So then, when they actually did reconnect, it was ruined for me.
They are just kind of like in the middle of this crowd of people that we don't really know. And like, I know back in the first season, we were praising them because in the episode where Ethan is introduced, it's because there are a bunch of people that we don't know, that we don't recognize him moving about. It doesn't work as effectively anymore when you have characters you're trying to highlight, but then a bunch of people you don't know or care about.
Yeah.
Is there.
And we're this far in, I think that's why. We're like, okay.
Should have just had them all drowned.
It is funny, we have all those people we don't recognize from our original group, but now we're introducing a group of more characters from the same flight, and then pretty soon we'll get even more characters. Like, it's just funny.
It is funny. This show does a really good job of like introducing new characters, and most of them I would say are pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But then you get isn't there one episode that's about like two characters that just we never see, and they like robbed a bank or something, and like
I know who it is.
The lady gets bit by a spider, but it doesn't kill you or something like that.
Is it Nikki and Paulo?
Yeah.
Yep, that's in season 3. Forgot all about them until I saw their names scrolling on here the other day. And I was like, who?
You want to talk about a filler episode? We're 3 seasons into a show, and this is the first time we've heard their names.
Yep, first time we heard their names. They're the featured characters in the backstory, and it's like it doesn't do anything for the present, really. I don't remember that episode, but it's like one of those like, and that's the problem with the format. When we're that far into a show, the flashbacks are either the like 8th time we've seen Jack cry in a flashback over something, or we're introducing new people. It's like, oh, we have to do this again. That's why it wears on you. That's why season 4 is such a good idea to change that, because you had to. And I bet you they were losing viewership because people were getting confused and they weren't as engaged. Because already I can see the viewership for each episode, and it is dipping from season 1. It started the strongest the show's had, and it's still higher than a lot of season 1. But once you get past the Echo episode in a couple weeks, it starts dipping. Oh yeah, and then the episode before the season 2 finale is like one of the lowest. I think is the lowest rated episode in viewership in the first 2 seasons, and then it just keeps dipping. Now, not that streaming was big at all by the end of the show's run, but things were changing, so that factors in.
Yeah,
to TV viewership, but it dips hard.
Would this end at 2008?
The show ended in 2010.
2010,
I think. Yeah, but like the season 2 premiere was a 23 share. I think that's how you say it. It's 23.47 million viewers. And by the time you get to the 22nd episode before the finale, it was at 14. And then I'm like scrolling through like 3 and 4, and it's all barely in the teens for some of them. You get to season 5, the whole like second half is in single digits, and then 6 goes up for a little bit and then right back down. But then the finale's back up to like 13, which for late season Lost is big, but for compared to now, it's 10 million people less. But of course, the Nielsen ratings aren't super reliable pre-streaming era.
There was no like standard for them, right?
It was like
they're completely arbitrary how they counted.
It was like surveys, like phone surveys, and probably later online surveys. And somehow they had like some households like counters, whatever, in them way back where it'd like keep track of what you watched during the week. Like it's never been. It's like the Billboard charts for the longest time pre-streaming. You'd get numbers from jukeboxes and record stores, and of course they're gonna skew what they give you. So the charts like that are just not super reliable numbers wise. It will tell you what the popular thing is, but for how many people watch, it's hard to say. So that was a bit of a tangent, but yeah, it's just interesting when I can look at this as we talk about each episode, and it's high right now, and it's just gonna slowly dip.
Again, I think I've said it before. These first 3 seasons of Lost are very like core to, I think, the viewership especially. But once they start to reveal like the others are such a terrifying presence, and then as you do, you start to reveal who they are, you start to reveal what they're about, and then they're just kind of, I don't want to say nothing by the end, but it like the mystery is gone, and so they're
not intimidating anymore.
Yeah.
Because we don't see them, we don't know them. Once we know and see them, it's not as, there's a different suspense to parts of it, especially in season 3, but it's not the same. That terror is not there anymore. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what happens other than Hatch stuff in the season, because this whole first chunk of the season I'd forgotten about. It's like its own little arc of the raft crew meeting up with the main group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now that we've met up, it's like I don't remember. I know there's another big character that's going to be introduced soon, but
now it's going to be all about Hurley falling in love with Libby.
And sitting in the hatch. Because I was like, wow, we haven't been in the hatch that much the last run of episodes. You know what that means? It's hatch time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got to say about Collision. What were you saying?
I mean, we've had this discussion a lot where you say that you don't like this episode because we just sit in the hatch. I think my first experience with it is definitely different because I experienced it in a different medium, per se. I experienced it mostly live on television. So, like, I had time to think about the mystery between weeks and between seasons and in ad breaks. And I think that the show definitely loses some of its effectiveness without the ad breaks. I mean, just like Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Anything, Aaron? I finally got your camera working correctly. Come on, give us something.
How about this? Do you like Ana Lucia as a character?
Yep.
All right.
That's definitely something. Yeah. Is that all our thoughts on?
That's all I got.
All right. So that was our thoughts on the 33rd episode of Lost.
Yep.
Again, titled Collision. If you want to check us out throughout the week, you can check us out on our social media pages. Jared, where are those?
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, the funny TikToks, and Twitter. Take that, Musk. And you can listen to us on Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify. And hey, if it's YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, ring our notification bell. Make sure you check us out and rate us on all those apps and swing by our groovy website.
And hold on. What is there's no more episodes listed on this disc. What's the next episode title?
We're finally at an episode we've mentioned multiple times because we kept confusing it for season 1 episodes. What Kate Did.
Ooh, that means I get to get mad next week.
Yep. And this is the final episode of 2005 before the Christmas break. And then we get an Echo episode the following week. So Kate next week to round out this first chunk of the season.
All right. Tune in next week to see me deconstruct exactly why I hate Kate. Until then, let's get lost.